744 billion parameter AI model just ran on an ordinary laptop. No graphics card, no cloud, no API key, 25 gigabytes of RAM. That sentence should not be possible. Models this size normally live in data centers, spread across racks of GPUs that cost more than a house. And yet, 5 days ago, an open-source developer published a tiny program, one single file of C code, about 2,400 lines, that loads one of the most powerful open models on Earth and answers questions on hardware you might already own. It's called Colibri, Italian for hummingbird, tiny engine, immense model. Within hours of launch, it shot to the top of Hacker News, and right now the entire local AI community is talking about it. In the next 12 minutes, I'll show you exactly how this trick works, the 3 clever ideas that make it possible, the honest numbers nobody puts in a headline, because yes, there is a catch, and how to run it yourself step by step. By the end, you'll understand why this little hummingbird might matter more than most billion-dollar AI announcements this year. Let's start with the model itself. The model Colibri runs is Glm 5.2, Glm 5.2, the flagship open-weight model from Jipu AI. And this is not some small demo model. Glm 5.2 is currently the strongest open-source model on standard coding benchmarks. On the BenchLM comparison, it leads DeepSeek v481 to 64 across agentic, coding, reasoning, and knowledge workloads. It ships under an MIT license, which means you can use it for basically anything, commercially, for free. There's just one problem. Glm 5.2 has 744 billion parameters. The original checkpoint weighs 756 gigabytes. The conventional wisdom says, to run this thing, you need a GPU cluster with hundreds of gigabytes of video memory. One NVIDIA H100 costs around $30,000, and you'd need several. That's why Frontier AI and your laptop have never appeared in the same sentence. Until now. So how does a hummingbird carry an elephant? 3 ideas. Let me walk you through them one at a time because each one is genuinely beautiful. Idea number 1, the model is mostly asleep. Glm 5.2 is what's called a mixture of experts model. Instead of one giant brain where every neuron fires on every word, the model is divided into 256 specialist networks per layer, the experts. When the model generates a token, a tiny router picks just 8 of those experts, plus one shared expert, and only they do the work. Everything else stays idle. Do the math, and it's striking. Out of 744 billion total parameters, only about 40 billion are actually active for any given token. That's around 5%. 95% of this enormous model is at any moment dead weight sitting in storage. And that's the loophole. If 95% of the model isn't being used right now, why does it need to be in memory right now? Which brings us to idea number 2, treat your SSD like slow RAM. Think about how Netflix works. You don't download the entire movie before pressing play. You stream the next few seconds just in time. Colibri does exactly that, but for neural network experts. Here's the memory layout. The parts of the model that every single token needs, the attention layers, the shared experts, the embeddings, about 17 billion parameters in total, get compressed down to roughly 9.9 gigabytes and kept permanently in RAM. That's the resident core. Everything else, the hundreds of specialist experts, lives on your SSD as a 370 gigabyte file, compressed to int4 precision. When the router says, I need expert 141 from layer 30, Colibri reads exactly that expert from disk, uses it, and moves on. The engine treats SSD, RAM, and, if you happen to have one, GPU memory as one unified hierarchy, automatically deciding where every piece should live. Fast memory for the hot stuff, disk for the cold stuff. And here's the detail I love most. The entire engine is pure C. No Python at runtime, no CUDA, no BLS libraries, no Docker, no dependency hell. One file compiled with GCC running on Linux, macOS, or Windows 11. In an era where a typical AI setup pulls in gigabytes of frameworks, someone built frontier model inference in 2,400 lines you can actually read over a weekend. Idea number 3, and this is the clever one, the engine learns your usage and gets faster over time. 3 mechanisms stacked together here. First, the learning cache. Not every expert is equally popular. Some get picked constantly, others almost never. Colibri watches which experts your conversations actually use and automatically pins the frequently used ones into RAM. One team testing this reported that after just 4 conversation sessions, the warm cache cut cold start latency by roughly 73%. The more you use it, the faster it gets. Second, the memory of the conversation itself, the KV cache, is compressed using GLM's multi-head latent attention down to just 576 numbers per token. That's 57 times smaller than conventional attention, and it persists across restarts. Close the program, come back tomorrow, and it remembers where it was without rereading everything. Third, speculative decoding. Glm 5.2 ships with its own built-in draft head that predicts multiple tokens ahead, and the main model verifies them in a single pass. With the right int8 configuration, the community measured acceptance rates between 39 and 59%, meaning 2.2 to 2.8 tokens generated per forward pass instead of one. Nearly triple the effective speed, essentially for free. Okay, now the part of this video that most channels would skip, and the reason you should trust this one, the honest numbers. Colibri is slow. The author says so himself, right in the documentation. On his own machine, a 12-core CPU with 25 gigabytes of RAM running under WSL2, cold inference runs at 0.05 to 0.1 tokens per second. That can be a token every 10 to 20 seconds. A cold start can require around 11 gigabytes of disk reads for a single token. Better hardware helps a lot. An Apple M5 Max reaches about 1 token per second. A Ryzen 9 with a PCIe 5 NVMe drive lands around 0.28. A Framework 13 laptop with a warmed-up learning cache about 0.37. And in one community experiment with 6 RTX 5090s, the same engine hit 6.84 tokens per second. Still modest, but on hardware costing less than a single H100. So no, this will not replace your chat app. Nobody is vibe coding at 1 token per second. 2 quick practical notes while we're being honest. People immediately asked about SSD wear, and the answer is reassuring. Colibri's streaming is read-only, and reads don't meaningfully wear a drive. The real cautions are avoiding swap, because swap writes do wear the drive, and the engine's automatic RAM budget is designed to stay clear of it. And watching drive temperature during long sessions, since hours of sustained reads will heat cheaper SSDs. So how do you actually try this? 4 steps. Step 1. Hardware check. You need at least 16 gigabytes of RAM, 25 or more is the comfortable zone, plus a fast NVMe SSD with about 400 gigabytes free. Linux, WSL2, Mac OS, or Windows 11 all work. Step 2. Build the engine. Clone the Colibri repository from GitHub, go into the C directory, run the setup script. It checks your compiler, builds, and self-tests. Seconds, not hours. Step 3. Get the model. The easy path is the pre-converted int4 version of Glm 5.2 on Hugging Face, about 370 gigabytes. Grab the variant with the int8 MTP head, because that's what makes the speculative decoding actually engage. Or run the built-in converter, which downloads the original model shard by shard and converts as it goes. You never need the full 756 gigabytes on disk at once, and it's resumable. Step 4. Point the engine at the model and run one command, ColiChat. RAM budget, expert cache, and speculation are all detected automatically. And if you want to plug it into other tools, run ColiServe instead. It exposes a fully OpenAI-compatible API on localhost, which means anything that speaks that protocol, including coding agents, can talk to your local Glm 5.2. The author has confirmed that deeper integration with agent tools is already in the works, which raises the real question. If it's this slow, who is it actually for? A fair critic on Hacker News pointed out that several cloud providers currently offer Glm 5.2 for free, at speeds a home SSD can't touch. For everyday chat, they're right, use the cloud. But that misses what this unlocks. Think about batch work that runs while you sleep. Summarizing a legal archive, analyzing a research corpus, processing documents overnight where nobody is waiting on the answer. Think about privacy-critical data, medical notes, confidential business records that must never leave your machine at any speed. Think about researchers who want to poke at a frontier-class model's actual weights without renting a cluster. At zero marginal cost per token, slow is often better than expensive. And Colibri isn't alone. The creator of Redis, Anti-Res, ANT-Res, is building a similar disk streaming project called DS4, with reports of genuinely usable speeds on a 128GB MacBook Pro. Colibri's author openly cites him as the inspiration. The top comment on the Hacker News launch simply said, "This is the hacker spirit," and the author replied that the entire project started from exactly that. He just wanted it to work at all costs, even slowly. Here's the bigger picture and the reason this matters beyond one clever repo. For years, the entire AI industry has operated on one assumption. Giant models must live in GPU memory, so whoever owns the GPUs owns the intelligence. Colibri is a 2,400-line counterargument. It proves the assumption is a preference, not a law of physics, and every trend line favors this approach. SSD bandwidth keeps climbing with every PCIe generation. Nearly every new frontier model, DeepSeek, GLM, Qwen, is a mixture of experts, which means the 95% asleep loophole keeps applying. Today, this runs at 1 token per second. The techniques are public, the code is readable, and the hardware below it improves every single year. Draw that line forward yourself. The gap between AI you rent and AI you own just got measurably smaller. And it was closed not by a lab with $1 billion, but by one developer, one file of C, and the stubborn refusal to accept that something was impossible. Links to the Colibri repository, the pre-converted model, and every benchmark I quoted are in the description. If this saved you time or money, subscribe. I break down stories like this every single day.